And welcome back to another episode of Too Much Podtar. Today is April 14th, so we continue our This Day in Baseball History series. So we got a few things to look back on. Johnnie Black is back with me, he's been on a bunch of these already so far, so good to have you back again, of course.
Yeah, good to be back.
Yep. And, it's kind of a shitty day. The day we're recording this, it was raining outside all day. It was a bunch of storms passing through.
Yeah, it was windy as hell up here.
Yeah, it was crazy. I heard like a couple places actually got lost power.
Yeah, luckily not up this way, but we had a couple branches on the trees around here and stuff.
Yeah,
it's died down now though. It's just kind of drizzling out now, but
yeah, same here. It actually kind of feels nice. It's like a nice little breeze.
That's gone. George Brett has just homered, and Billy Martin and the Yankees want the bat. Look at Martin.
Well, what you're talking about, Frank, is that he's got too much
Podtar.
way too much Podtar.
Yeah, let's jump into today. First kind of interesting thing I saw was 2017. It was the first time that all three starting outfielders had the same last name that appeared. Like they all three of them appeared in the same game. It was actually the Twins. So we're going to be mentioning your Twins. It was Willie Garcia, Leroy, I think that's right, Garcia, and Avisail Garcia. You were all three of them. So that was kind of an interesting one. It was funny because the Alou brothers of Felipe, Jesus, and Matty, they were on the same team but never appeared in the same outfield. So
yeah, that is kind of weird because I always thought they did play together. I guess they never started together, or yeah.
It just says they patrolled the same outfield on 3 occasions, but they never started the contest at the same time. So I guess maybe it might have been like they just didn't start the game. They could have been replacements, like defensive replacements.
Yeah, that's a mistake, by the way. It's not the Twins, it's the White Sox.
Oh yeah,
it's a mistake.
I thought it was something else. Like I was wondering. I don't think these are Twins. Wait, I don't know.
It says it though on the website. It says appeared in the Twins lineup. Yeah, that's not right though.
Yeah, this site kind of sometimes makes mistakes like that. I've noticed, like some other things that are like weird. Like what is this? Because there was one a couple days ago I did with Joey. It was a guy that hit. I think his first 3 hits were triples, and it said he did it in 2012, but he really did it in 2015. So it was like, what the hell?
Oh wow.
So I mean, it's a good site, other than like a couple mistakes though. Like they need to make sure they correct, like they look at the right thing. I don't know.
Yeah, because when you mention that, I'm looking at it and I'm like, wait a minute, Twins lineup. I'm like, Avisail Garcia never played for the Twins. I don't think Willie Garcia ever did. I don't even know who Willie Garcia is.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was like, I don't know these players.
Right. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I just double checked. I just looked up Avisail Garcia real quick, and he never played for the Twins.
Yeah,
so it was definitely the White Sox.
Oh yeah,
it might have been against the Twins.
Maybe that's probably what it is. Yeah.
You know what but they probably forgot to didn't word it right. You know?
I don't know, but yeah, that was kind of just an interesting one. But 2004 was 5th player in Major League history to hit his first 2 career home runs from the different sides of the plate. Aaron Mills, and he joined Johnny Lucadillo, 1940 Browns, UL Washington of the 1979 Royals, Brett Barbary, Expos, and then Brian Simmons, 1998 White Sox. So probably I wouldn't imagine something like that happens since then either.
No, probably not.
It's kind of
a weird. Yeah. I mean, honestly, how many switch hitters are there?
Yeah.
In the first place, I mean, every lineup has what, one?
Maybe
two, so, and then just to have that be, to have that opportunity to hit from both sides of the plate in the same game, and then this is an odd thing.
Yeah, doesn't really happen. Especially since they're to switch over to the other side, you have to face the pitcher. That's the opposite. So
yeah.
So it's kind of tough for that to see that happen. But another interesting one in 2001, the Reds set the modern National League record for consecutive games they were not shut out in, with 175, the 175th straight, and they ended up going to 208 games straight that year, and then that's still the National League record, I believe, today, but the overall record is actually held by the Yankees. Well, the top two are the Yankees through 308 from August 3rd, 1931 to August 2nd, 1933, which is almost, exactly 2 years. And then also from July 2018 to September 2019, they went 220 straight. So they've had a lot of good, they've had obviously those two good things there, not being able to score at least one run a game, so pretty crazy. And I think it was Brewers also had 214 when they were still in the American League.
Oh wow!
So it was 1968 to 69, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, it was weird because it says that Reds, the last team to shut the Reds out was against Al Leiter and the Mets the previous year. So that's pretty weird.
Yeah.
They break the mark against the same pitcher that they started the streak the following day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was the same. It was in a wild card game too, the National League wild card. So it's crazy. Some of these things. Yeah. Just a lot of these things are crazy. Like the one from yesterday too. Pete Rose, he had his first hit and his 4,000th hit on the same day. Just some of these things are so crazy.
Yeah, really. It's a coincidence.
Because it was the one with Ken Griffey Jr. hitting I think it was his first home run, and then his
400th, right? Wasn't it?
First home run on his dad's birthday.
Yeah. And it's funny too, because today is Pete Rose's birthday.
Yeah.
79 years old today.
Yeah. Good time to mention that one.
Yeah. Yeah. So when you deal with I guess with so many numbers and things like that in baseball,
yeah,
you're bound to find some odd ones like that. It's just coincidences,
Right.
Pretty crazy.
Definitely. And
the next one, go ahead.
No, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna mention. I was gonna go into 1999. Jose Canseco for the Rays. It's his 400th home run off Calvin Escobar. He finished with 462, but he's well known for being a 40-40 guy, but he's probably most well known for the book he wrote called Juiced. It kind of opened the door a little bit for all the steroid testing, and it kind of kicked the ball going.
Yeah,
got that ball rolling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and now he's I always see a bunch of weird, crazy tweets from him too. He's always saying some crazy shit.
Yeah, didn't he just call out A-Rod?
Yeah,
or something like that yesterday.
Yeah, and I think he even called out J-Lo too. He said something to J-Lo. Actually 3 hours ago he said, "Jennifer Lopez, I have something to show you for your eyes only. You will not regret it."
Dude, he's just he's off his rocker, man.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, yesterday it was on Easter. It was he was like, "Happy Easter" to everyone except Alex Rodriguez.
That's right. Yeah, on Easter. Yeah, 2 days ago. Yeah, that's right. I knew I saw something recently from him.
Yeah, that was funny.
Because it was the first time I saw something from him in a while. I don't know. I don't follow him.
No.
But it's the first tweet I've seen from him in a long time.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Yeah.
And up next, back in 1990, was when Cal Ripken began his errorless streak, as he ended up going 95 games without allowing an error. It's a funny thing that he made at the end of June. He made an error that before the record was set, but the official scorer actually changed his mind the next day, as he gave the center fielder Mike Dvorak's the error. It's like, I think might have had something to do with it. He just wanted to see that streak go on.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't know. Some people get, it's benefit of the doubt sometimes. That's why it's hard to like use fielding percentage and stuff too.
Yeah.
When you're judging, judging things like that. That's since his record has since been broken.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Ironically, from the Orioles, Mike Bordick has the record. 110 consecutive games. All in 2002. From April 11th to September 29th of 2002.
Wow.
110. And then in the NL is Ray Ordonez with 101. From June of 99 to March of 2000.
Wow.
100 games at shortstop without an error. That's pretty good.
That's crazy.
I was looking at 1976. Dave Kingman launches a homer down the left field line that hits a house 530 feet away.
Yeah, that was a funny one.
Wow.
It's funny. It says the Cubs, as well as the home, survive the blast.
Kingman hit. I remember Kingman in like the late 70s, early 80s. The dude hit like absolute moonshots. Like he's probably in my lifetime hit the farthest home runs that I've ever seen. Definitely one of them. I mean, he just, of course he'd hit 200 and strike out 180 times, but the bombs he hit, man. I mean, he just, yeah. I don't doubt the 530 feet. Yeah. And I guess it's pretty accurate if they measured it from, like, because it hit a house.
Yeah. I mean,
that's pretty crazy.
Oh yeah. What was the one there's the one that they say Mickey Mantle hit like 600 some feet, or was it like I think it was like 580 or something.
Something like that, yeah. This is something about that with Lou Gehrig too. When he was playing, they said he hit a ball like 500 some feet, whatever it was. It went like across the street and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But of course, I think some of the stuff it might be a little exaggerated, but you never know. I mean, it's possible, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I think if somebody was on steroids and they knew what was coming, like the Astros, somebody would hit at 600 feet.
Yeah. Yep. Let's get Kingman back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a weird guy too. There's a story about him. Story about Dave Kingman too. I forget exactly what happened with he and the reporter, but he sent like a dead rat to a reporter.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm trying to look it up real quick. not seeing it right now, but yeah, no, I'm seeing the home run and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about it right here. It's readily available. But I remember that.
I found one. It was from. It said he was fined $3,500 for sending a small live rat to a female sports writer, and let's see. He says he sent the rodent in a pink box to Susan Fornoff of the Sacramento Bee during the first inning of a game. And
Wow.
The rat had a tag that said, "My name is Sue."
Jeez.
It said he was asked if he would apologize later that day, and he was like, "I pull practical jokes on other people, and I didn't apologize to them." Damn.
Yeah, he was an oddball. Kingman, man. He really yeah, he is a strange person.
Yeah.
Very strange.
It's crazy.
Story.
Yeah. No.
So I wasn't going crazy.
Oh yeah.
Remember the story about the rat?
Yeah. There was a couple articles I saw when I looked that up. So. And then back in 1969, the first regular season game was played outside the U.S. as the Expos played their first home game at Jerry Park. 29,184 fans witnessed them win. It was 8-7. They won 8-7 over St. Louis. Larry Jaster pitched the first international pitch. It was to Blue Brock, who was the first batter for the Cardinals.
Yeah, it's a shame. They didn't only last until 2005.
Yeah.
Was it 5 or 4? Around there.
Something like that.
Early 2000s.
Oh yeah, I think it was 2005 when that was the Nationals' first season. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope they bring him back or something, or at least have a team there.
Yeah, I'd love to see them bring them back. Oh yeah, like expansion team. Definitely.
Yeah.
I hope they do the same uniforms too. I love that, like the
Oh yeah.
white with the red and blue. MB. Montreal.
Yeah. And then the Blue Jays should trade Vlad Jr. No. Yeah, they would never do that.
What else do we have? 65. Willie Mays hits his 455th career home run. Third inning, 2-run shot off future Hall of Famer Jim Bunning. And he passes Mickey Mantle on the all-time list. And that's the last time that he'll relinquish the lead to Mantle, as Mays keeps playing. Mantle retired shortly after that.
Yeah.
A couple of years later, I think.
It
lasted early 70s.
Yeah.
That must have been fun to watch, like Mays and Mantle.
Oh yeah.
Especially back when both teams were in New York.
Yeah.
It's like watching two Mike Trouts, you know?
Yeah. That would be insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine how it was back then with all these, especially when home runs were just kept getting more and more every year.
Yeah, just seeing them climb up because the leaderboard isn't what it was a lot fewer people up there.
Oh yeah.
You know, so he's hitting 400 or 500 home runs and Mantle hitting 400 or 500 home runs. There were only a few people that had done that at that point. So it was kind of seemed like more of an accomplishment.
Yeah. And then another one I saw actually before that or after that was 1968. Jim Bunning became the first pitcher since Cy Young to have 1,000 strikeouts in both leagues, as he had 1,406 in the American League and 1,400 something in the National League as well. So
yeah, I think Bunning pitched a perfect game also in his career. I think it's 64 or something like that.
yeah, I see it here. It was actually it was June 21st, 1964. It was actually on Father's Day too.
Oh wow, that I didn't know. Huh.
Yeah. 7th perfect game in Major League history.
I think was he on the Red Sox at that point? Or was he on the
Phillies.
Phillies?
Yeah.
He became a congressman also, I think. Congressman or a U.S. senator.
Oh, really?
I believe so.
Let's see. Congress. Oh yeah, he represented Kentucky in Congress.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he died 3 years ago, May 26, 2017.
Yeah, I know he did it not so long ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Only baseball player to be elected to the U.S. Senate and the Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
That's a pretty good life.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I think I'm going to go play baseball, become a Hall of Famer. I want to retire. I'll be a senator.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
What else do we got here? In 1955, Elston Howard became the first black player to play for the Yankees. Honus Catcher, 9 All-Star games, 54 World Series games, and a 274 lifetime average. He was the MVP in '63.
Yep.
A little before my time, but I always heard that he was a very good player.
Yeah.
Obviously, never saw him play, but he played a lot. He played a lot behind the plate. In the late '50s, early '60s, like after Yogi was done. Obviously, Yogi Berra was the catcher, but Elston Howard became more of a catcher, and Yogi Berra went to left field.
Oh yeah.
You know, after sort of later in his career.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Howard actually went to the Red Sox for his last 2 years.
Oh wow.
His last year and a half. Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow's Jackie Robinson Day, April 15th.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I think I saw something on Twitter that like telling everybody to like have 42 in their whatever their Twitter name, like their handle, like, or not the handle, but there's like the name on display name.
Oh really?
Like if you like that'd be kind of cool if everybody did that.
Yeah, we should all do that. Do that for the Scarecrow too.
Oh yeah.
Put that up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm writing. I'm finishing up the 1994 what if article.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a little something in there.
Oh yeah.
About Jackie Robinson, like.
Yeah. If I find the time, I might actually just write a quick little thing on Jackie Robinson Day or something.
Yeah. It's a shame they're not playing.
Yeah. It's kind of, maybe I can look back in history, like some of the best days, like get Jackie Robinson days with like some of the best moments or something.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a good article to do.
Yeah.
Even just like looking back on the history of it and all that.
Yeah, big part of history, not just baseball history, but just American history. You know?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's the thing. One of my classes for college was like it's sports. I think it's Sports in America is what it's called, and one of the topics is like with that, like kind of like equality in sports. We've been talking a lot about that.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah,
sounds like a fun class.
Yeah,
all classes are like that.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. There's actually taking 2 sports classes right now, like it's sports journalism and that one, so it's not too
Nice.
bad. Yeah, but I might even try to see if maybe I like what the essays are, like the final essay is, and then maybe I can even like work that into the essay, like something on Jackie Robinson. Let's see what else we have here. Oh yeah, 1953. The Braves played their first game in Milwaukee. They beat the Cardinals at County Stadium 3-2. It was a walk-off by Billy Bruton in the 10th inning, and he didn't hit another home run the rest of the year.
That's crazy too. The Braves, because the Braves played at County Stadium in when they moved to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fulton County Stadium, but
yeah,
it's a County Stadium in Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How many years were they in Milwaukee?
They were in Milwaukee for a while. I want to say 20 something years. I believe, because I think they moved. I want to say they moved to Atlanta in the 70s, because I think, well, Hank Aaron played. I think it was his last year or two. He was actually in Atlanta. He was an Atlanta Brave.
Yeah.
So it was around there, 74, 75, something like that. Because the home run he hit, the 715th home run he hit, I believe that was in Atlanta. That was in Fulton County Stadium. So what was that, 1974, 1975, when he broke Babe Ruth's record?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, that home run was in Fulton County Stadium in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So it had to be at that time, around that time when they moved there.
Yeah. Yeah, it was actually 1966 they played the first game there.
Oh, they moved that early. Okay.
Yeah. So it was for just 13 years. I thought it was longer than that.
Well, that makes sense though too, because you got to figure the Seattle Pilots came in '69, and then the following year they moved to Milwaukee. They wouldn't have moved Seattle to Milwaukee if they already had the Braves.
Right.
So that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. They did a lot of moving around back, like.
Yeah, really.
Like a lot of like the things that are on this that we're doing for these have been like teams moving around and getting new stadiums and whatever.
Yeah. It's all, yeah. A lot of moving around. I guess they sign like 20-year leases, and that's it. Once the lease is up, it's like, all right.
Yeah.
I want this, and this, or I'm just going to move my team somewhere.
Oh yeah. In 1925, it was the first fully live regular season game that was broadcast on the radio. WGN, it was the Cubs network, as they beat the Pirates on opening day, 8-2. It was Quinn Ryan doing the play-by-play. Says he had a perch on the roof of Wrigley Field, so they didn't have any kind of press box.
No, and I guess they didn't want all the sounds from the fans and stuff.
Yeah,
So they probably had to sit him up there so he's out of the way of everybody.
Oh yeah.
Huh. Wow, almost 100 years ago. Crazy.
Oh yeah. Damn. Time flies.
Yeah. This one I thought was interesting. The one in 1917 with Eddie Siccardi.
Yeah.
He was one of the 8 guys out from the Black Sox scandal in 1919. But in 1917, he no-hit the Browns 11-0.
Yeah.
Finished the season 28-12 with a 1.53 ERA. He was a really good pitcher.
Yeah.
It's a shame that whole thing went down.
Oh yeah.
So, if you ever get a chance, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie 8 Men Out. It was a really good movie.
Yeah, I love that movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only seen it once. Might have to watch it again.
Yeah, I think I have to rewatch it too. I haven't seen it in years.
Yeah.
I think it was Eddie Siccardi. Was it John Cusack played Eddie Siccardi? I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I know D.B. Sweeney played Joe Jackson. There were a bunch of really good actors in that movie.
Yeah. Let's see. That was actually David Strathairn, or however you say his name.
Oh, Strathern, yeah. That's right.
Oh yeah, I forgot it. I forgot Charlie Sheen was in that movie.
Oh yeah.
He was who was he? Happy
Felsh.
Yeah. Let's see.
Christopher Lloyd is in that movie too.
Christopher Lloyd. Michael Rooker. Yeah, there's a lot of good guys in there.
Yeah. It was a very good movie.
Yeah.
I was watching not to get totally off the subject, but since we're doing we started doing the what if stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I thought about the what if the 1919 White Sox never cheated.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if they would have all continued and stuff. But also, it was funny. I was watching last night. I was watching The Irishman, movie, the Netflix movie.
Mm-hmm.
Great movie. Scorsese and De Niro and Pacino. I mean, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
But it's funny. They mentioned they were talking about Fidel Castro because it's set back in that time, like when Kennedy was there and Jimmy Hoffa, that's who Al Pacino plays and stuff. And I was thinking, what if the Philadelphia Phillies actually signed Fidel Castro? Because he came to America and had a tryout.
Yeah.
How crazy would that have been in the course of world history?
That would be crazy.
If he was actually wound up playing second base for the Philadelphia Phillies instead of running Cuba for 60 years.
Oh yeah. That would it wouldn't even just change baseball history, it'd just change history in itself, everything.
Yeah.
It would be crazy.
Yeah, I was thinking about that yesterday when they were mentioning Castro in the movie.
Yeah.
I was like, I know he tried out Phillies or something like that. I'm pretty sure it was the Phillies.
Wow.
Trying to look for it real quick here, but I think it was in the 50s. I'm not seeing anything right away, but I'm sure I can find it. But anyway, I just thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting.
That would be like a
all right, that's an interesting one too. William Taft in 1910 became the first president to throw out the ceremonial first pitch before a game between the Senators and A's. Walter Johnson hit the A's opening day.
Yeah, that was the first one, right? First president throw out the first pitch.
Yeah, first president.
Yeah, he's the one that started. I think it was Taft also that started the 7th inning stretch.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think it was him that because he was a big guy.
Yeah,
and he got up in the middle of the 7th inning to like stand up, and of course everyone who was around saw the president get up, so everyone got up. So I kind of like started the tradition of the 7th inning stretch.
That's funny.
I'm pretty sure it was Taft that started that.
Yeah. Let's see. All right, I looked it up. It says in 1910, that same year, he stood up in the 7th inning to stretch his legs, and then that's where it took off.
Yeah. Still doing it.
Yeah.
Playing God Bless America.
I wonder what the story is for like halftime for NFL and NBA. Like, how did that start? It must be something weird like that too.
Yeah, I don't know I don't know when they started doing that. I mean, I would assume it was just a rest for the players, but you never know. Could have been something strange like that.
Yeah.
I mentioned today too. Today is Greg Maddox's birthday. 54 years old. Definitely one of the best pitchers ever.
Yeah.
Absolutely lights out in the steroid era, no less.
Yeah.
Didn't throw hard. Not the classic, blow you away with the fastball, but pinpoint control.
All right, another thing from today was 1908. Honus Wagner became the first major leaguer to make a 5-figure salary, as he signed a $10,000 salary, which actually original proposed salary was $6,000. So ended up getting $10,000, which today is like not. It's like a penny. It's a penny to these guys.
Yeah, these pitchers are making like $10,000 a pitch.
Yeah.
These hitters like $10,000 in a bat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder what 10,000 calculated at what $10,000 back then was like now. Yeah. Probably not as much, but like not as much as the guys are making now. But I'm sure it's definitely worth a few million.
Yeah.
Comparably speaking.
That's crazy. Yeah, he signed that after his second straight NL batting title the year before.
Yeah, that was the thing back then too. Was these owners could, they could basically pay you whatever you wanted, whatever they wanted.
Yeah. Like
if you wanted a raise, you won 2 batting titles in a row, and you wanted a couple $1,000 raise, they could be like, nah.
Yeah.
There's nothing you could do. It's not like you could be like, all right, well, I'm going to go to another team away from my free agency or anything. No, there was none of that. It was either you accepted what they paid or you quit. You quit baseball. That was it.
Yeah.
But of course, obviously, these owners wanted to win back then too, because all the money directly went to them.
Right. Yeah.
From the stadiums and all that stuff. So I mean, obviously, having a player like Honus Wagner, you got to give him something.
Yeah.
Or else he's just going to quit and be like, all right, peace. Talk about one of arguably the best shortstop to ever play. He was basically the National League version of Ty Cobb at that point. I think he's like among position players, according to Baseball Reference. I think he's like 7th all time in WAR or something like that.
Oh yeah, wow.
Imagine what he'd make now.
I can't even. That would. I don't know.
Shortstop, no less, too.
Yeah.
I don't know, too. I wonder how these guys would be like, people are always comparing eras, like saying, oh, Ruth wouldn't hit now and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
They forget, like, you look at the defense and how much better defense has gotten nowadays.
Yeah.
But think about the study they have, like, this guy pulls more into the hole. We have shifts now, better equipment. I mean, I can't imagine playing with a glove back from 1908.
Yeah.
The dirt in the ballparks. I mean, now the ballparks are manicured, like they're perfect. There's not one rock. There's not like one blade of grass out of place.
Yeah.
Like everything's back then. It was like, yeah, let's just get the local dudes, like rake up the infield. what are the grass in the outfield like?
Yeah.
That's why when you look at like back then, like Honus Wagner was considered a great player, a great fielder, and everything. But you look at his fielding percentage and stuff like that. Well, obviously can't go DRS or any advanced stats because really, how can you do that back then? But if you look at like fielding percentage, like it's horrible compared to nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
But that's exactly why.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so hard to compare them.
There's too many variables that go into it. There really are. I mean, I understand like the big argument with Ruth that guys back then didn't throw as hard. Plus, he didn't play against any black or Latino players or anything like that. I get that. It's fine. But he also didn't have the luxury of a weight training program, personal trainers. He also swung a 42 to a 46 ounce bat, which is actually elite now. So, and the bats that are made nowadays are much better. They're much harder.
Yeah.
They use a harder wood. They use like stuff like that. So, you can take the good and the bad of both sides.
Exactly.
It's really hard to say,
Yeah, I think not really anything else for this day. I don't know.
No, I think that's about it. Yeah, it's kind of uneventful. Nothing really a lot going on.
There's a couple things.
Tomorrow will be good. Jackie Robinson Day.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be filled.
So there'll be a lot going on then. I haven't looked at any specific happenings on that day.
No, there's got to be.
I'm sure there are a ton.
Yeah.
So we'll look into that tomorrow.
Yeah, but yeah, hopefully everyone's safe out there. Practicing their social distancing. But
yeah, stay home.
Yeah. Don't be stupid and be coughing on anything.
Yeah, really. Wash your hands. Cover your mouth. Kind of really basic stuff that you're supposed to do all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm waiting for like people like once this is over, they just start going back to like their old habits, like coughing on, sneezing everywhere. Like you shouldn't have been doing that in the first place.
Right.
Like who taught you manners? You know?
I don't know.
But I think now, at least with this whole thing, I think people, hopefully, will be a little more conscious of that type of thing.
Right.
People around them, being too close to other people, breathing on them, stuff like that. Like everyone needs a little space, their personal space. What was that Seinfeld episode? 3 feet. Their personal space. That should be practiced normally. Now it's 6 feet.
Yeah, 6 feet. But yeah, that's April 14th in history. As we said, tomorrow's Jackie Robinson Day, so we'll be talking about that a lot, I'm sure. And it's sad that we won't be able to see the players on the field this year for for that day, special day, but we'll still have to, as we celebrate on Twitter, have everybody have the number 42 in their name for the day, and just celebrate maybe with sharing whatever about Jackie Robinson, sharing some memories, some videos, or whatever. So yeah, stay safe, keep social distancing, and hopefully we get baseball this year. But in the meantime, we'll be continuing these episodes, looking back in history, and we'll be back tomorrow. And you can never have too much pod tar.